What's up, you guys? Quaza here. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while since I posted, but I just haven't had a lot of time to play. But I did hit legend rank the other day using this team. I go 5-0 with Pelipper lead, Meganium, and Galarian Stunfisk to hit legend. And you're gonna see this in these battles. Pelipper is a really strong lead, and I'm loving the Meganium and Stunfisk core in the back. So let's get into these battles. So first match here is up against K Donahue 467. So we got our Pelipper lead against Defense Form Deoxys. So this is kind of a neutral matchup. We are resisting the counters. Obviously, it's either running Thunderbolt or Rock Slide. Thunderbolt would one-shot us, obviously being double super effective, but Rock Slide would hurt as well. So I'm throwing the Weather Ball here, looking to do some chip damage, and we are gonna shield this up. This is gonna be a Psycho Boost, so good play by my opponent. He's gonna swap out into a Zoom Roll. We were a little slow in the swap here, but we're gonna go into our Meganium here. We are going to be able to tank an Ice Beam, no problem. And then we are going to build up some extra energy and go for the Frenzy Plant. This Frenzy Plant is going to do a lot of super effective damage, but does it take it out? No, it does not, but we are able to Vine Whip down. We have another Frenzy Plant pretty much loaded here. Probably gonna bring in the Deoxys here. Yeah, so we're gonna go for the Frenzy Plant right away before he can get off a Psycho Boost on us. We are very close to being knocked out by a Psycho Boost. So this is likely the Psycho Boost here. Probably not gonna shield here. Don't wanna use our last shield. And he did debuff his attack, so we're probably gonna just bring in Pelipper here, I think. No, we bring in Stunfisk, and he swaps into a Ninetales. So he had Ninetales in the back, a Alolan. So obviously our Stunfisk would have walled that thing. Going up against Saguji Nemi in this second match, another Deoxys lead. So we're gonna play this the same way and kind of build up some extra energy and go for the Weather Ball. Really no point in, I think, building up to the Hurricane just because Deoxys isn't really gonna shield anyway. So really no point there. We do sneak in a Wing Attack and gonna shield this. It is the Rock Slide, so that would have done a good chunk of damage. And now since we successfully shielded that, we will be able to outpace the Deoxys here. He doesn't shield again, so we're just gonna let this go. I think this is just gonna be a Psycho Boost. Yep, just a Psycho Boost. We let this go, and we are able to Wing Attack down. So we have a bunch of loaded energy here on our Pelipper. And he brings in an Zoom Roll. So we're gonna go for a Weather Ball bait here. Let's see if we get the shield. My opponent still has 2 shields, so yeah, so I kind of anticipated he would use that shield there. And then we're gonna go for the Hurricane here. This is either gonna do a lot of damage or get that last shield. A slight problem here though is that, oh, actually he's throwing his energy. I think he could have potentially farmed us down. If he did, that would have been kind of trouble because Ice Beam, you know, even though our Meganium is tanky, it can only take 2 of those, and we only have 1 shield. But luckily, he did throw his energy there. We're gonna let this first Ice Beam go, and then look to potentially farm down. But he makes a swap into Umbreon, so we're gonna go into our Stunfisk here. This is gonna be a kind of a slow matchup. Foul Play coming through. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Stunfisk is just a tank. We're gonna be going for Earthquakes here. Earthquake is going to do a nice chunk of damage to Umbreon, and we really need to just get this Umbreon out of the way so we can take care of the Zoom Roll with our Meganium. So another Foul Play coming through, and we're going to be going for the Earthquake here, and this is going to get the Umbreon very low if he doesn't shield. I'm anticipating he's not going to shield. Yeah, he just lets it go because he knows that my Meganium is pretty loaded. And Frenzy Plant is still going to do a lot of damage to this Umbreon. So he's not going to shield there. We make simultaneous swap. He goes into his Zoom Roll, and we are just going to farm down. And I believe I can just get off these 2 Frenzy Plants here. I'm not sure right now if Umbreon has a move loaded, but we should be able to survive a Foul Play either way. But luckily we are able to get off these 2 Frenzy Plants here, and that is going to be a good game. Takes out the Umbreon, and good game. So Meganium closing there. So like I said, really solid backline here. Pelipper obviously being weak to Electric. You know, Meganium and Stunfisk are very good there, and you know, we're also kind of weak to Bastiodon, and Meganium and Stunfisk are very good answers there as well. Sableye in the lead. This is a neutral matchup, and Pelipper, you know, really gets a lot of neutral matchups. You don't get a lot, you know, flying in water type, you don't get a lot of, you know, very unfavorable matchups unless it's like a Galvantula, which you can deal with. So we're gonna just spam these weather balls here, and this is going to get the shield on the Sableye. I think I'm fine going down, you know, 2 shields here. I'm gonna be able to wing attack down if he doesn't swap out. So yeah, we go for the farm down. We are absolutely low on energy, and he brings in a Skarmory. So that's really crucial there that I, you know, have switch advantage. I can avoid lining up my Meganium with the Skarmory, and we are just going to go for the Weather Ball spam here. Skarmory can take this one, but if we are able to get off one more, that's gonna put it dangerously low. And we are able to get to another Weather Ball. Does he decide to shield? He does not, and it puts him super low. He has a Sky Attack loaded. We're gonna bring in our Stunfisk here, and he brings in a Meganium. I don't know if I overtapped or something, but I was clicking on that swap, and it was just a really slow swap. So he is ahead on energy right now. So this game is definitely not over. I need to take out this Meganium here, and you know, obviously you can see Meganium has access to Earthquake, so that's going to do a ton of damage if it lands on my Stunfisk. So I really needed to kind of swap faster, but now he's ahead on energy, so he's going to be able to take out my Meganium here. So another Frenzy Plant coming through. In the mirror, you want to use Frenzy Plant because they're both resisted. And yeah, he's able to get to another Frenzy Plant here before we're able to get to our own. So he takes us out. We're going to have to get to 2 Rock Slides here, and he should be able to get to the Earthquake, and this is going to be a pretty close match here. Rock Slide coming through. We're not going to be able to farm down likely. Well, actually, we probably are, because he's going for the Frenzy Plant, and that's kind of weird. I'm not sure why he didn't, you know, try to go for the Earthquake. I guess he's going for the combo play here, but even a Brave Bird wouldn't take us out here, and we're going to be able to Mud Shot down. I don't think he has another move loaded, so we have the Rock Slide. So kind of weird by my opponent to go for the Frenzy Plant instead of the Earthquake there. But, you know, we take those, and that's going to be a good game to my opponent. Going against Greg T8262 in this 4th battle. So Bastiodon lead. We have 2 answers for Bastiodon in the back. Pelipper actually doesn't do too bad against Bastiodon, but, you know, we are going to swap out since we have 2 answers in the back. He swaps into a Venusaur, and that's really favorable for us. Not because Stunfisk has such a favorable, you know, it's a negative matchup for Stunfisk. But Meganium definitely wants to avoid this, so it's good that it's coming out here. We go for the Earthquake here. We're just looking to get shields here, and we're almost to another Earthquake, so I think I do shield this. Yeah, I do shield this because I do have an Earthquake pretty much loaded here, and this is going to either force him to give up the Venusaur. Oh, so I'm going to go for the Rock Slide bait, actually, and we do get the shield there, so really slick shield bait there, and I'm going to be able to shield this up, and I should be able to get the Earthquake now. And this is going to finish off the Venusaur. So we do win switch advantage. And I believe we are even on shields. Yeah, we both used both of our shields. So it brings in a Pelipper. And now that's pretty tricky, actually, because Meganium, you know, obviously does not want to see the wing attack. But now he is ahead on energy. So he's going to be able to get to this Hurricane. This Hurricane is going to come very close to take out my Pelipper. I lag there. My Pelipper has actually a really good IV, so we are able to survive that Hurricane, and he switches into his Bastiodon. We go into our Meganium, and this is going to be the Flamethrower. This is going to do a lot of damage, but not take us out. We want to build up some extra energy. We're going for the Earthquake here. This is not going to finish off the Bastiodon. Bastiodon's just such a tank. We need to be able to farm this thing down, and we have a Frenzy Plant loaded. And this is going to do a lot of neutral damage to the Pelipper, but not finish it off. Luckily, though, we have a Weather Ball loaded on our Pelipper, and this is going to finish off my opponent's Pelipper. So that was a very close game there. Pelipper in the back again, definitely, you know, was very tricky. So Gengar and Hoopa in this last match. So we got Pelipper lead into an Alolan Ninetales. Let's see if this is Charm or Powder Snow. It is Charm. So this is, you can kind of see how squishy Pelipper is. These Charms are absolutely shredding, and we're obviously going to have to shield this Weather Ball. And let's see what I decide to do here. I'm going for the weather ball, kind of a bait here. I'm looking to get the shield. I did build up to the hurricane, no shield there. So we're gonna have to go for another weather ball. This is going to, I think, KO if he doesn't shield. Let's see if he does. No, so he decides to let it go. He takes the shield advantage, and he brings in an Azumarill. So we are going to be able to get to the hurricane here. Those bubbles are just doing no damage to us. Unfortunately, though, you know, being that it does no damage, this Azumarill is loaded on energy. We're gonna bring in Meganium here, but this Azumarill, you know, pretty much almost has 2 ice beams already. So first ice beam coming through, we're gonna let the first one through. And yeah, this is Azumarill staying in, so he's gonna throw another ice beam here. We're gonna have to shield this. This would take us out. And he's probably gonna swap out after this. So let's see what he has in the back. No, he's not swapping. He is swapping out into an Umbreon. So we're gonna build up some extra energy on our Meganium. I was 1 short of 2 Frenzy Plants there. I think I wanted to build up to 2 Frenzy Plants before swapping out. But that's okay. So this Umbreon is throwing back-to-back foul plays here. Does a good chunk of damage, but Stunfisk is just a tank, so it can definitely take those. Going for the Earthquake here. Let's see if my opponent decides to shield. We do get that last shield there, so that is great for us. And this foul play coming through is not going to take out Stunfisk. We're gonna be able to get off this Earthquake here, and this is going to do a lot, about like 40% of Umbreon's health, which is going to be very helpful. And we're getting a lot of lag here, and we're gonna go. So we're looking to go for the combo play here. We're gonna go for this Rock Slide and then go for the Frenzy Plant on Meganium. Let's see what my opponent decides. And my opponent switches out into his Azumarill. So good catch by my opponent, and I undercharged that perfectly. I probably should have undercharged that a little more, just because I know that Azumarill was like didn't have energy, so I should have undercharged that more. But either way, it worked out, and that's going to be a good game. And we are going to hit legend rank after catching this Rufflet. So yeah, we hit 30, 39, hit legend at season 7. Hopefully you guys are get a bunch of poses too and some clothing. Great. So hopefully you guys are at legend, or you know, close to hitting legend. But if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.